Good afternoon everyone, it's Tom Sydney Bushnell aka Numbers on 21st of September 2001. So I've just left Staten Island. Remember Staten Island 138, Donald Trump revaluation. Now this is interesting, this bridge goes from Staten Island I guess over to the main area of Brooklyn or another part, but it's on the Brooklyn side, and that's called the VERRAZZANO Narrows Bridge. VERRAZZANO comes to 146, which comes to New Jerusalem, and it comes to Ivanka Trump. Narrows, I'm trying to remember what it comes to now, but it comes to a total of, it comes to 108. It comes to Fitzgerald, which comes also to 81, 80, 74. 1 is 34, Grace, DJT. That comes to 81, which is Tiffany, Tower, Dollars, Cousin Paul, etc. for me. So the VERRAZZANO bridge comes to 254. Sorry, VERRAZZANO Narrows, and then that's 254, and then word bridge is 45. Think Spade, think President Trump 45, effect, etc. Comes to 299. My grandfather was Sydney Charles Wood 199, and then 100 is excellent, and he was excellent. Also reversal, so in terms of the resurrection of the loved ones. But let's go to VERRAZZANO Narrows. Quite a strange name, but it comes to 254. The 254th day of the year is September 11th, and if we're on the Julian calendar, that will be this Friday. I've spoken about this before when I did the episode a few weeks ago on the Simon Park show, and Tower 1 comes to 115, which comes to Anointed One, comes to Monument, comes to the name Jim Caviezel, the actor who played Jesus Christ, comes to a whole host of things. Then Tower 2 comes to 139, comes to Christopher Columbus, comes to 245, comes to Thomas Sydney Bushnell. You've got Christopher Nolan, it comes to 195. But Christopher comes to Money Exchange, comes to Transition 139, but Tower 2 comes to 139. If you do Tower 1 plus Tower 2, that comes to 254, which is the VERRAZZANO Narrows, which is that bridge there. And the word bridge is effect or spade, 45, 299. There's a lot of stuff here, there's a lot of numbers that are triangulating consciously and spiritually and dimensionally in this area, and those that will remember my videos, my very first number experience that I could consciously recognize, even though I didn't realize it was the numbers, was on this stretch of water back in 2016. I'd met Ivanka Trump on June 11th in Manhattan, and I've mentioned that a few times. And then a day or two later I came to Statue of Liberty, and I met a girl, she was a Colombian girl, and she had the same date of birth as my cousin Paul, 118, and Paul had just died about a week or so before that, maybe a week and a half before that, and his date of birth was 118, January 18th. 118 is obviously the storm, the awakening, the matrix, the silver, the blackout. Another thing about that VERRAZZANO bridge that's interesting is the freeway that it goes across there is the 278. 278 comes to let me think, it comes to 278, which is very important, someone's name, but 278 comes to the currency revaluation, I believe. Let me get this right. Yeah, so the revaluation is 171. Yeah, currency is 107, takes you to 278, and it's the name of someone very important personally, but they'll remain protected. And you've got all kinds of stuff here, yeah. So I was just thinking about this, Queen of New York, wondering who that could be. Queen of New York is 62, and then New York, that takes you to 194, takes you to New Yorker, takes you to, New Yorker Hotel, takes you to September 11th. 194 is also a very important name, personally for me as well. Maybe in time that will get revealed. But yeah, both 278 178 and 194 are very, very important to me. But yeah, 194, who could be the Queen of New York, eh, people? I would suggest that New York Jesus is Donald John Trump, 185. World Trade Center, 185, Donald John Trump. Tower 1, Tower 2 comes to 254, which comes to Verrazzano Bridge. Verrazzano comes to 146, which is Ivanka Trump. And this island that we're going up to in a moment, Grosvenor Island, sorry, Governor's Island I should say. Governor's is a very important number, 133. But Governor's Island comes to 192, which is it's going to be biblical. I'll get a picture of it when we get closer. Yeah, it's just a lot of important numbers here for everybody. Anyone that's followed my journey in regards to this, and I'm grateful to all of you. Thank you for your love and kindness and support, and it's an honour to do this, and it's been a blessing from heaven, and I give the glory to Princess Diana, to President Trump, to JFK Jr. and President JFK, and others that I knew, such as my cousin Paul, my grandparents Eileen and Sydney, and others, Doreen, and just others in my life, those living and those past, and those in the spirit world, and those that will be coming back. Interesting enough, the word spirit comes to 91, comes to POTUS as well. Statue of Liberty comes to Statue of Spirit, Statue of POTUS, 198. That's not President Trump, it's President J. Kennedy, 198. We'll see that in a few moments. But yeah, this is a special place on the water. And I should say, the other part of the story back in 2016 is I was with another girl and her friend, and we were just hanging out here on the boat late at night going to Staten Island, and she had the same birthday, 118. There's a chance it might have been 119, but I think it was 118. But it triggered me into 119 is Nikola Tesla, you know, Foundation, Redemption, Mary Magdalene, so they're all important numbers. But then I met a third girl in England that definitely had the date of birth 118. But it triggered me to remember, you know, figuring out that Paul was somehow talking to me. He just died, he was talking to me, saying basically, I'm alright, Tom. And I knew it was him, but I didn't realise it would lead to this epic story that we're all involved in 2020 stroke 2021. You know, didn't know the world was going to change like that. I always hoped it would. I didn't consciously understand how it would. But as I've gone through the numbers, I'm beginning to understand and remember things about what's happened and what's potentially coming. Well, what is coming, and in the vicinity of what's happening, put it that way. So I'm looking forward to the miracle like everyone else. Yeah, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, this is quite appropriate, the sunshine that's out today. I don't know if you can see it, but it's glorious. There's the sun. I'm on the back end of the boat now. Everything is just amazingly beautifully coded. The numbers, God does communicate through numbers, and it's the way that we're able to recognize things, and to have so many personal connections with this stretch of water, with my cousin, with meeting Ivanka 6 years ago, and then coming back at this epic time just before the Julian calendar, September 11th. We'll see what happens, everybody. Maybe it will go past, or maybe they rewind the clock through time travel in another way up beyond that date. But let's see. Let's hope and pray that it's now. We'd love it to be, and if not, whenever it happens, we'll look back in hindsight and we'll figure it out, and it will all make sense. But it's just a special time. It's a real special time. So so over here, that's Governor's Island, you can see. I'm going to go over here to see the Statue of Liberty. So she'll be coming up very soon. Where is she? There she is. Beautiful. So Statue of Liberty, as I said, is 198, which comes to President Trump, comes to J. Kennedy. Comes to the word POTUS is 91, the word liberty is 91, the word Space Force is 91, the word mirror is 91, the word future is 91. There it is, there she is. And yeah, people can say what they wanted to say, but everything is being returned to goodness, and the Statue of Liberty will be kept, I'm sure, and restored. And you know, it depends on your intention, how you want, you know. Everything is inherently good. Things got corrupted, changed, we know that, but the White Hats have been changing it all through Tesla technology and through the power of Christ and power of goodness. So that's Liberty Island, which comes to 150, comes to Trump Train, which comes to Pull the Plug, mentioned at the end of, well, part of the way through back to the, sorry, Terminator 2. They say they pulled the plug on August 29th. August 29th, can extrapolate further towards September 11th. So if you do the Gregorian calendar, August 29th on the Gregorian calendar, sorry, September 11th on the Gregorian calendar would be August 29th on the Julian calendar. We're obviously now kind of gone past that, so we're waiting for the, still a September 11th could be valid this Friday on the Julian calendar, which will be the 24th of September on the Gregorian calendar. So and there's Liberty Island, sorry, Ellis Island I should say, which comes to 116, which comes to Demolition, comes to Country, comes to Glorious, comes to Spider Rico. They kept putting the Rocky films out last year, and there's a character called Spider Rico, which is the Rocky film 116. You know, makes you think of Mass Arrest, Spider Rico, you know, the spider, the network. Rico, the Rico case, that comes to 116. Look at that, that's a beautiful picture, beautiful image. There's a boat just there, right in front of the Statue of Liberty. That's awesome, that's iconic, that. So let's go back over this way to Governor's Island and see if we can get the front cover of Governor's Island. I say the front cover, you'll see what I mean. There's actually a sign, don't know what that is. Someone wanted to do the numbers on Guy V. Molinari, New York. I'm sure it will be something significant. So that's Brooklyn over across the water there. Interesting enough, Brooklyn Bridge comes to 157, which comes to, so I believe Brooklyn comes to 112, Victory comes to Bushnell's. So you could call it Bushnell's Bridge, but that comes to 157, bridge being 45, I think Donald Trump, 45th president, and 157 comes to Donald Trump is, hang on, is it King of New York? Donald is king. No, what is it? It's either Donald Trump is king. That's too much. Might be King. No, it's not King Donald Trump. I think it's King of New York. New York is 111. King is, that'll take you 152. No, what is it? Donald is king. I'm gonna have to put it in the notes. Something significant about 157. Oh no, I know what it is. Trump is king. Trump is king is 157, which is Brooklyn Bridge. That's what it is. Look at the sun. Look at the sun reflecting on the water here. This is just a beautiful stretch of water and land, and iconic in so many ways, as you can see. Not going to get too much of the harbour coming in. Had that on other videos, but let's focus here on Governor's Island. So here we go. I'll let this part go. Ramps and landings until the ferry has come to a complete stop at the terminal. Remain behind the designated barriers for docking. Failure to do so could result in serious injury. Please check and ensure that you have all your personal belongings with you as you leave the ferry. Please place all Jerusalem. Comes to Ivanka Trump. Statue of Liberty. There you go. There's the ferry. You're going the other way. Now, so this is Governor's Island. Governor's is 133. Governor would come to 114 trump card. Frequency. So frequency is really important. You can't fake frequency. Someone sent that to me on a group a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday, and you can't fake frequency. Everything else might fit, but you can't fake frequency. So that's what will tell you the truth, everybody. The Governor's is with the S is 133. It's a very important number. Island is 59, which is Joker. And soon we're going to see Governor's Island. There you go. You see that red bit there? Just there. Focusing on that. We'll soon say Governor's Island, which comes to 192. Which comes to, it's going to be biblical. It comes to JFK Resurrection. It comes to NIKOLA Tesla Corner. I did the video on that last night. And there you go. See, Governor's Island. And that was at Bryant Park. Bryant Park is 126, which is Sarah Connor, John Connor from Time Travel Terminator films. Also comes to 107. And one's done a great piece on Tesla recently. You need to watch that, finish watching it. There you go. So Governor's Island, 192. So just a reminder, 192 comes to, it's going to be biblical. JFK Resurrection. Richard Nixon is JFK. I'm not sure if that is or not, but the numbers add up to it, so I'll just let you, a bit of fun. Maybe it's true, we'll see. JFK was definitely playing many roles throughout this when he needed to. And 192 comes to Ivanka Marie Trump. And then just in the background, again, you can't see it now, but just around the island, we had the VERRAZZANO Narrows, which is 146 Ivanka Trump. So I wonder who's the Queen of New York. 194, September 11th, New Yorker Hotel. And 194 is the name of someone very personal to me as well. So, yeah. I think I'll end it now, guys and girls. Thanks for listening. So that was basically the ferry ride back from Staten Island to Manhattan. I don't know if you'll see too much this side. Let's have a look. So that's New Jersey over there. That looks to me like it's built up more since I was here last. I might be wrong on that, but that's what it seems to be. I don't think I'm going to get World Trade Center in. One World Trade Center, 219. But yeah. It's interesting actually, if you just did VERRAZZANO Narrows, that's 254. If you break that, 254.
All
25.
passengers must depart the ferry at this time. Passengers wishing to make the return trip must exit into the terminal and enter the waiting room to await the next ferry.
Yeah, I'll finish. I won't continue with that thought. But yes. So anyway, we're here, and also remember that the Staten Island ferry comes to the money revaluation. Comes to Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, Eternal Flame. I did the video on that last week. And it also,
passengers wishing to make the return trip must exit into the terminal and enter the waiting room to await the next ferry.
and it also comes to someone important, 243, like I mentioned earlier, and that will become known at some point. It's there, but other people can see it.